For All Mankind is well into its first season, and there was quite a bit to process in the latest episode. We catch up with Gordo, Ed, and Danielle, who are still very much stuck on the moon. There are no major updates on the rescue mission front, which means the moon is going to be home for the foreseeable future. It's jarring to think that you could get stuck up somewhere like the moon with nothing but the company of your fellow astronauts and the Bob Newhart Show. That show is the reason behind this For All Mankind episode's name. Hi Bob has become the trio's saying after essentially memorizing the episodes they have access to. They can't get any more because it would affect advertising revenue for the network. Seriously though. Of the three, Gordo is gradually losing his mind. He's waking up in the middle of the night and reciting lines from the Bob Newhart Show. He's imagining things are crawling on him. Ed decides that perhaps it's time to use the lifeboat to send Gordo back home, and send Danielle with him. Yes, that would mean Ed will be up on the moon by himself, with absolutely no way of getting back home. Not until NASA sends up the next crew to relieve Ed of his duties. If you're asking me, that does not sound like any fun at all. Imagine being up there all alone. Nah, thanks. The issue here, however, is that they will have to report the reason why they need to come back to NASA. Revealing Gordo's state of mind would mean he would never be able to fly again, space or otherwise. Danielle decides to take the hit and hurts herself while trying to change a battery so she can be the reason that she and Gordo have to come back. It will also allow NASA to approve Ed being up there alone, with some extra cash for doing so. Why can't Ed come back with them? Well, as we learn in this For All Mankind episode, the Russians are inching closer and closer to the American base. They've made their presence known, and if all three of them leave, it's all but guaranteed the Russians will attack that territory. Thus, Ed stays back and is told to hang on for another 2 weeks, while Gordo and Danielle head home. Back on Earth, things are a bit chaotic. Alan and Larry are fighting to keep their sexuality hidden, but not if the FBI agent can help it. He's on a mission to out them unless they get married and prove to everyone that they are not gay. I haven't read up on how factual this is, but watching it play out in this episode hurts. It's so heartbreaking to see these two have to hide who they are, otherwise they risk losing their livelihood. And if we thought that was difficult to watch, then we're not even at the saddest part yet. As we see throughout the episode, Ed and Karen's son, Shane, has been acting out. He's been getting in all sorts of trouble, which leads to Karen grounding him and slapping him when he shows sass. While she's away at the PTA meeting, Shane decides he's going to sneak out to go out to his basketball game, despite Karen's strict rules not to. As Karen returns home, she finds 2 policemen on her driveway. What has Shane gotten up to now? Well, we're not sure, but there's been an accident. Scene fades to black.